Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab, and today we're going to do another breakdown explanation type of video here. I got a request, so I want to say it's probably about a month ago, to go over when you're pushing off to be able to really keep your heel underneath your butt and not getting your foot too far up behind you. So what I commonly see as a big mistake is that the foot will get that high up, and then what happens is that once you get it really high, then you have to allow it to come and transition back down, and that just takes up time. So now you don't have the ability to really get that knee all the way up and through and drive that leg all the way up, which impacts your ability to really extend out and get the really nice stride. All right, so obviously it's going to be a little bit different on the treadmill, right? Because there's a different way that your legs move, but I think that just being able to get the understanding of what is the goal when pushing off, that back leg and making it so you can drive right through, and being able to actually see and visualize it will really help you. So, big thing that when I'm doing this and I'm really focusing on just driving that heel right up, through, what I just don't want to allow to have happen is my foot get too far back, right? What ends up happening to a lot of times that I see where people are getting their feet too high is that the head is getting too far out in front of the pelvis, so the spine position, instead of being like that, it's trying to be as straight as I can there, ends up being much more kind of that angle, right? Or it could even be really straight up too, but usually it's more of this one, I would say, that causes people to allow their foot to get too far back behind them when they're pushing off, right? So when you're extending off that back leg, you really want to work on being able to get, I'll clear this off, really want to be able to get that triple extension through your leg, right? You could see getting the knee extension and the hip extension, then also being able to get full extension or plantar flexion within that ankle, right? Being able to push off. And then from there, it's just really about driving the knee through, right? So once I push off, then my immediate focus is on driving that knee forward, right? So see, my foot leaves the ground, boom, and then I start driving that knee forward. And by being able to drive the knee forward right away after that, it allows me to keep that heel a little bit lower. It doesn't get my heel too far up behind me, which then makes it so I can get that knee up and extend that leg a little bit better. And then what really helps in the speed is being able to create that pull back behind you, right? And you really got to be able to have that good range of motion to be able to get that full extension within the foot. A lot of times that when I'm working with guys, the reason, at least to me, that they're not able to get that full extension here is because of the lack of range of motion within the ankle. So when the ankle's lacking range of motion, now when you push off, you have to let your foot get way further back behind you and don't get up onto your big toe this quickly. You let that foot get way too far back. And or when landing, just making it so it takes a long time to get that heel up, right? So when I'm landing here, I'm really focusing on, as soon as my foot hits the ground, I want to try to get my heel up off the ground to make it so I'm really creating that vertical force and making sure that I'll have the necessary power and timing to be able to push off that leg correctly. All right, so I think those are really, really important points to understand, and being able to really maximize your ability to cycle all the way through with both sides of the leg. So looking at the side here, it really ends up being much more about this angle and being able to drive the knee through than it does about this angle, but I did want to have both angles in case you wanted to be able to see how the legs should be moving and get some better information about what will make it so you can run a little bit faster and just keep that heel height in a really good spot, right? Again, you can see that I'm just driving that leg right through there and not let my foot get too high, all right? And I think that's super effective to be able to really maximize your overall speed. Another big thing I've been seeing, a common mistake that I'm seeing, and this could just be like almost a bonus here to the video, it's very, very separate, but I'm seeing a lot of people that don't match up their extension within their arms and their legs, right? So when they're going and extending with their arm and leg, they're not doing it at the same time, and that's something even I could work on a little bit more to be able to better extend when I'm going. So you can see, like right here, I'm extending with my left leg, but I'm not reaching that full extension with my right arm, right? So I need to be able to get more extension within my right arm, and I've been working a lot on my arm drive lately, trying to get more extension. I think I've even been doing a little bit too much bench press lately, and been working a little bit too much shoulders for all the quarterback stuff. But here you could see that when you can go and really open up your shoulders and get that really good extension, it really helps you in being able to maximize the overall timing and force that you're able to create when running. All right. So that's a big thing that I would say is just work on that timing when you're getting that extension. You try to get that extension at the same time with your right arm, as you're in your left leg, and then same thing with the left arm and your right leg, really getting that extension. I do a much better job of getting extension with my left arm and right leg than I do vice versa. So still working on being able to sync that up a little bit better. And again, just trying to not to allow your feet to get too far back behind you. I think I'm in a place where I'm right on the border there. To me, I might be a little bit too far back behind me with my foot there. And then that's costing me some time, especially on that left leg, of getting that knee all the way up and through. But just working on that timing and the speed of being able to drive that leg up and through is critical to be able to maximize your top end speed and really have the most overall success as a sprinter or runner and running as fast as you can. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I have a couple cool offers that I have currently available to anybody that might be interested. I have all the links down below, and you have a bunch of free ebook, things like that too. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, and we'll talk soon.